At the heart of Leto's reign is the pursuit of power and control, a quest driven by the visions of the Golden Path. His actions are rooted in a deep-seated belief that he alone possesses the wisdom necessary to guide humanity along the path to survival. However, this pursuit comes at a cost, not only to Leto himself, but to the societies he governs. His iron grip extends to matters of governance, economy, and even personal relationships. This control is not merely authoritarian, but is driven by a sense of duty and sacrifice. The novel raises profound ethical questions about the nature of tyranny and the justification for wielding absolute power. Leto's actions, while motivated by a desire to safeguard humanity's future, blur the line between benevolence and oppression. Some view him as a tyrant who suppresses individual freedom and creativity in the name of maintaining order, while others see him as a necessary evil, a ruler whose grip on power is the only thing preventing the collapse of civilization into chaos. Herbert uses Leto's character to explore the inherent tensions between liberty and security, individuality and conformity, and the sacrifices made in the pursuit of stability. His reign serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked authority, while also suggesting that tyranny is not solely the product of individual ambition or malevolence, but can arise from noble intentions. Leto's transformation begins with his decision to merge with the sand trout, the larval form of the Arrakis sandworms. This represents a radical departure from conventional human existence as he surrenders his human body. The metamorphosis is a manifestation of his commitment to a grand design for humanity's future. He gains extraordinary abilities, including near immortality, immense strength, and the ability to influence the ecology and climate of Arrakis. His new body also reflects his struggle with loneliness and isolation. Despite his immense power, Leto remains isolated from the people he rules, unable to experience human connection in the traditional sense. His physical transformation serves as a barrier between himself and others, reinforcing his status as a distant and enigmatic figure. His transformation is not limited to his physical form, but extends to his psyche and consciousness. As he gains access to the memories of his ancestors and experiences the collective consciousness of the sandworms, Leto undergoes a profound internal metamorphosis. His struggle to retain his humanity amidst the overwhelming weight of his responsibilities underscores the profound psychological toll. Leto understands the power of religion as a tool for social control, as he deliberately cultivates a religious cult around himself, presenting himself as a divine figure. The manipulation of religion can go beyond mere control of the population. It aims to instill hope and purpose in his subjects, driving them towards his vision of a better tomorrow, but it can also be exploited for selfish or oppressive ends. His control over religious narratives raises questions about the authenticity of faith and the ethical implications of using religion as a tool for political gain. The concept of determinism is central to Leto's character arc and the broader thematic exploration. Leto's prescience grants him unparalleled insight into the consequences of various actions and decisions. Despite his godlike powers, he fights with the tension between his desire to shape the future and his recognition of the inevitability of certain outcomes. Through Leto's struggles, Frank Herbert invites readers to contemplate the nature of destiny and the extent to which individuals can shape their own futures. The possibility that human actions may be predetermined by external forces, whether they be biological, social, or cosmic in nature, underscores the complexity of human existence and the inherent ambiguity of the universe. Ultimately, Leto's journey serves as a potent metaphor for the human condition, exploring the complexities of selfhood and the ever-changing nature of existence. Through his story, Frank Herbert invites readers to reflect on their own identities and the ways in which they are shaped by their experiences, choices, and relationships. Frank Herbert also explores the idea that history repeats itself, with civilizations rising and falling in a perpetual cycle of change and renewal. Certain patterns are inherent to human societies, regardless of the technological advancements or cultural changes that occur over time. While Leto recognizes the cyclical nature of history, he also believes that humanity has the capacity to break free from its historical patterns and forge a new destiny. The ability to see into the future through prescient visions is a central theme in the series. Leto engineers the Psionid gene, a genetic trait that renders individuals invisible to prescient vision, introduced through the character of Leto II Atreides. She embodies the unpredictability and resistance to control that the gene represents. But the significance of Leto extends beyond her genes, becoming a symbol of hope and defiance against Leto's seemingly omnipotent rule. Throughout the novel, she undergoes a journey of self-discovery, grappling with her identity and place within the complex tapestry of Dune's political landscape. As she navigates the treacherous waters of intrigue and betrayal, she emerges as a symbol of resilience and determination against oppressive systems. Winori is a pivotal character, and she serves as a significant symbol of Leto's complex themes of control, love, and sacrifice that permeate the narrative. At first, she represents a potential threat to Leto's absolute rule, but she becomes a beacon of hope for his humanity. Through her relationship with Leto, Winori challenges the Emperor's philosophy of absolute power and immortality, forcing him to confront his own desires. Her presence introduces an element of emotional depth and vulnerability into Leto's life. Duncan Idaho embodies a complex blend of loyalty, resilience, and existential questioning. His unwavering loyalty to the Atreides is juxtaposed with his internal struggle to reconcile his own identity with the multitude of memories from his previous incarnations. His interactions with Leto reveal layers of tension between duty and individuality, as Duncan is both a tool of the Empire and a symbol of resistance against its hegemony. His character is emblematic of the eternal struggle between the individual and the forces that seek to control. Throughout the novel, Mineo's character undergoes a profound evolution as he grapples with the ethical complexities of serving a seemingly immortal and omnipotent ruler. Initially, he appears as a dutiful servant. However, as the story progresses, he begins to question his allegiance and the implications of Leto's totalitarian regime. One of the main characters throughout the Dune series is the planet Arrakis. God Emperor of DUNE explores the delicate balance of ecosystems and the consequences of human manipulation of the environment. The ecological and environmental themes in this novel reflect Frank Herbert's concerns about humanity's relationship with the natural world and the consequences of environmental degradation. Through the lens of the fictional universe of Dune, he raises important questions about the ethical responsibilities of individuals and societies towards the environment, and the need for sustainable practices to ensure the long-term survival of ecosystems.